everyone. So in light that my 13 deck death deck is missing a card, I've tried contacting the publisher. I haven't heard anything. Tempted to ask my daughter if she could just hop over to Spain. She's in Portugal right now. And ask, but I won't do that. However, Amazon will replace the deck, so I have to send this one back, go to Kohl's, give this to them, and wait for it to come again and hope that it has the Knave of Pentacles. But in light of that, I have a few decks that I wanted to do, and I was going to space them out, not flood everything at once. And I'm still going to space out uploading these, but I think I need to go through a bunch of the decks that I have for my overviews and unboxings and make sure I'm not in the same situation. So this is for the Epic Tarot. So I want to call these cartoon decks. This is what I was thinking these as cartoon decks, these illustrated decks in a cartoon type style. I've got a few of these. My absolute favorite being the Universal Fantasy Tarot. And I believe this is the same artist, but let's see. Yeah, so it's Ricardo Minetti and Paolo Martinello. So yeah, Ricardo Minetti. I do like his decks. So I am excited to open this up, take a look, and hopefully there's no missing cards. Didn't hear me say that. But the dog's going to say that. The young dog is here going, I heard you. I know what you said. So just a typical slip box here. Comes out. Yay. I do like these black books now all the decks seem to be doing. I miss that transition. But it gives them a more book-like feel. So how many, let's see, I have Fantasy. I think I have the manga tarot that they did. That one is really cool because they reversed genders in that one. Ooh. This is new. Special tarot invitation. So it comes with this card. Lo Scarabro. Tools for a spiritual journey with Tarot Safi. Tarot Associations worldwide. And it says, thank you for choosing this deck of magical cards. Lo Scarabro invites you to learn more about your tarot deck and follow the Fool's footsteps in the fascinating world of tarot. Receive insider information on your decks. Learn to develop confident. Ooh. Tarot Association. Huh. I wonder if they bought that. There's been so many tarot bodies over the years. So many. And they always seem to kind of die in a fire. Lots of certifications. Some I looked at doing, but yeah, they don't seem to last that long, and something, lots of questions. Where did the money go? What happened to my certificate? I don't know. I think it's a good experience, though. I'd always like to do one, but by the time I usually have the money to do that kind of thing, the next one blows up and dies. But there's been so many of us. So, well, I guess tarotassociation.net. That's kind of interesting, though. I didn't know about that. See how out of it I've been? So the little white book, black book, I guess. Immediately, some spread in here, and I like the little glyphs. Just the suits. So fun to open these up and learn new things or see new things. It has dragons, it looks like phoenix, unicorns, wyverns maybe? Imagine a fantasy world where there are 3 gods, knowledge, creativity, war, and 3 goddesses, magic, receptivity, and love. I can say words. Wow, this is quite involved. Relations between the arcana and the deities. The Seeker is the magician, the wheel, and the devil. Magic is the high priestess, hangman, and star. Ooh. Ooh, this is nifty new. The knave page is the unicorn. The knight is the griffin. Oh, griffins. Okay. The queen is the phoenix. And the king is the dragons. Advanced study. The epic tale of your life. This is gonna be fun. I like it when they spend this extra time. And then it looks like everything else looks the same. Chalices. Pentacles / spheres. Swords. They each have names given to them. And then wands or books. Like the Ace of Wands is the book opened. The 2 is the book not yet written. Sphere denied. Sphere shared. Chalices. 10 of chalices is the chalice fulfilled. Ooh, that feels like a lot of work has been put in. And it goes into the different languages. So that's interesting. I like when extra work's been put into a deck and there's actually talk about it. It has a title card. Epic Tarot, Ricardo Minetti and Paolo Martinello. It has a quote on the back. Oh, yea, and if some god shall wreck me in the wine dark sleep, even so I will endure. For already I have suffered full much, and much have I toiled in the perils of waves and war. Let this be added in the tale of those. That's from Homer in the Odyssey. Wine dark is my absolute favorite description in Homer's works. I always think of the wine dark sea. He says that. Also confuses people in color theory. They did know. Oh, these are... So here we go. We'll go through the majors here. Here is the Fool. Magician. Look at these. There's so much depth. The Heart. The Lion. There's a bag of sticks on his head and staves. The backs are really interesting. Reversible. Kind of like jeweled, reminds me of a compass or a stopwatch. It's been opened and that's the back. Let's see. High Priestess. It's definitely different imagery, but a lot of similar things. Here we go. The Empress with... I'm going to get this camera. So you see the swan and the pelican. Pregnancy is very obvious in this. And there's butterflies. Lots of neat imagery there. Oh, the Emperor. This lion riding it. Looks like a scorpion or a spider. It's hard to tell. Hierophant. I really like this. So it has a double border. But no titles, at least on the majors. The Lovers. So at some point, maybe I'll do a video and a write-up. I did all this research at some time for a Greco-Roman tarot deck, mostly Greek. And all this research comparing their attributes with the Rider-Waite and pulling that imagery together. And the Lovers, you saw on the 13 tarot, they had their backs to each other. And if you see in this one, you see someone's caught them here and there we go. In the back there is watching them. So I always thought that the Lovers card should be Aphrodite and Aries back to back, a curtain between them, but their hands are around the curtain and they're holding the hands, but Aphrodite's talking to Hephaestus. That's always what I wanted the Lover's card to be. Anyway, Chariot. This is a very different and yet similar card. The two masked people pulling it instead of the sphinxes. What is... This is different. I want to say it's strength. It is... This is one of those cards they switch. And this one I can't tell what it is. Let's see what they put here. It is strength. The shield tamer. Let's look at this card. I don't know if you can see that there, but it's like a wolf in the mirror shield. Or maybe a bear. That's kind of different. Hermit. Or the wheel. Temperance. Or I don't know why I'm so bad at this. I know why I'm so bad at this. This is what happens when you don't do things every day. No, justice. Justice is 11. See the scales there. Well, I think temperance. The hangman. Very much a world tree. I like the reverse genders. Death. Out there. Here's temperance. The water imagery. Double. The tower. Look at that. That's a really cool card. And this, it's just different enough that I have to keep looking. Like, I know what that number is, but the imagery does make me stop a bit. Yeah, the star, glimpse of the divine. Look at this. The moon. A little bit more obvious, though none of the animals appear to be there. Sun. Judgment. The world. And this has each of the animals that they've described there: the phoenix, the griffin, the dragon, and the unicorn. Let me get into the suits. Take a look at these here. It's very interesting. So the cups have a lot of Asian imagery. Let's see here. For example, here's the 5. I kind of would have liked those titles on the cards along with the number and the suit. It has like a little cup there at the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. That's my preference. A lot of people will like these a lot better without all the stuff. The borders are pretty wide, which is kind of nice. The cups, now to see how different they are. So here are the court cards. And as you can see, just as they said, each of the animals there for the cup. So set those aside for a moment so I can take a look. I have the spheres next. Definitely a sphere. Sisyphus. Look at this. The 4 of pentacles or spheres. That's a very Sisyphus kind of image. I want to say this is more Western European, but then I do see some more Asian imagery in here too. It's kind of hard to tell. And then we get it again. So they are using slightly different animals. So here's the page of cups. And then side by side, here's the page of spheres. So very similar. Backgrounds are different poses. Definitely the same. And then there's a there in the middle. But very similar poses. Let's see with the dragon here. Dragons are different colors. And slightly different in makeup too. Blue and a red dragon there. Let's see, and then we have the books. Oh, that's just the ace. Look at that. I really like that one. This is more Middle Eastern. And you can see that in some of the mythology, like they have a Naga, Jinn, elementals. Oh, we have a very different unicorn for this one. Look at that. It's very different. Out. I like how the borders are different too. The drag, yeah, I see a lot of differences in the. One of my pet peeves, and I'll go over it because I still have it at this point, is when the core cards are just recycled. I like it when there's differences in the core cards. Oh, and here's swords are definitely. There's some Greek in here. Here's Icarus or Daedalus, probably. Looks older. And I see, so between the swords and the books, they had the same kind of court cards. At least the animals were a bit similar. And then between the pentacles and the cups, some similarities there. So I'll have to think on that a bit. Don't quite match up for me. That's really interesting. I think that this will be an interesting deck to read the little book on and to go through. It's very different, but I see a lot of the same imagery here. And all my cards appear to be here. Oh, so yeah, no, this will be a very happy deck play with. I really like when they're very rich like this. There's so much going on and you have to really spend a lot of time with these kind of decks. You're like, where do you find the time? I don't know. You just keep switching them out, keep going back and forth again and again. So that is the Epic Tarot, mass produced by Los Scarabo, and I think a very interesting deck with lots of promise. So I like it when they those extra details, different color borders. Not a lot of POC in this deck. But I do see different representation of cultures and myths, so oh, I guess you could take it, because I do, yeah, very different meanings in here too. Huh. Oh, there goes the dog. So I guess it's a good place to stop. Hopefully you enjoyed this. Just some interesting things to learn about and check out. And another cool deck to play with. I hope you enjoyed.